through.
So rad.
And that's what they do. Hi, I'm Damien, and this is my 2003 Volkswagen R32 that I've owned for 7 years now, and it's my pride and joy.
It's a lot better, isn't it?
Put those ones down there.
You
So
what?
I put these ones down there so you could get your hand through and the seatbelt through. Look,
Oh,
on the
right.
other side's got the normal skinny one.
Oh, look at you modifying everything.
Well, it's got to be right.
Yeah, no, I love it. So this is what? Are they a 94 or 2004? I forget.
2004.
2004, yeah.
2003, this one.
2003.
Jap import.
Oh, wow.
The four doors are all Jap imports. There's 33, 32, 33 two doors. 30,
Oh, I didn't even know there was two doors.
Yeah, there was 32 sold in New Zealand.
Yes.
Plus there's a press release car that Karen Hagen's got, which was one of the 200 Australian cars.
Okay.
So there's only 199 in Australia because one of them's in Auckland.
One of them's here. And so how long have you had this one?
It's just gone 7 years. Last week.
Nice.
So it was the end of October 2017 I picked it up.
Yep. And you were hunting for an R32?
No, I was hunting for a drive car because I just left a job that had a company car, and I love it.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
VR6 is a very, very famous motor in the research that I've done.
Yeah.
It's quite a feat, really.
Well,
Getting something that small to be a 6-cylinder.
my understanding is they were originally designed to be a diesel.
Oh, wow.
So I keep getting told by VW service techs.
So you mean the R32s were originally designed for the VR6?
The VR6.
Wow. Oh yeah, that's linear, eh?
Yeah.
So what have you done to it? Is it factory computer?
Yeah, it's had a reflash,
Yep.
but that might give you 5 or 10 horses, but it gives you a lot more mid-range torque.
Yep.
I had no lift shifting added to it when they did that.
Yes.
And a little bit of burble overrun. So it's got full power flex on every single bush.
Yes.
That took me about 18 months to get done
Yep.
because there's a lot of bushes.
Yep. Yeah.
So it's tight.
It's European.
It's got iBark adjustable suspension,
Yep.
which has iBark springs with KW shocks.
Yes.
Sold as an iBark kit.
For the R32?
Yes.
Like, because
Yeah.
they've got to be different, right?
Yeah,
Like
it's-
everything about these is different to a GDI or all that, wouldn't it be?
None of them are, well, the front struts are the same, but the rear is completely different
Yep,
because
yep.
it's got the all-wheel drive.
Yep.
This one has what they call an orange Haldex controller,
Yes.
which is a race controller. So they do the factory Haldex.
Yep.
They do a blue controller.
Yes.
So the blue controller gives you more rear-wheel drive, but it disengages when you brake.
Okay. Yep.
I found an orange race controller
Yep.
from a guy in London who had it on a shelf, never fitted to a car.
Okay.
It arrived to me in its original box and its original plastic bag with
Yeah.
its packaging grease all over
Wow.
it.
And so what is it? Is that the computer, the gearbox computer?
Yeah, that was the diff computer.
Diff computer, yep.
So that controls when you've got all-wheel drive and when you don't have all-wheel drive.
Okay.
This one has now permanent all-wheel drive.
Oh, wow. Okay, so you have effectively made this all-wheel drive?
Yes.
Yep.
But not the same as a Evo or a WRX
Yep.
because it's got no centre differential.
Ah.
So it takes a little bit to get used to driving. It tends to want to push you straight in a
Yep.
corner.
Yep. Ah, interesting.
I managed to get one of the last sets of integrated engineering top strut camber and caster adjust plate sets.
Yep.
So they're no longer available. So we've got pretty much 2-degree camber right around the car.
Yep.
And I've got a little bit more extra caster on the front just so it's pointy.
It'll turn it a bit more,
Yeah.
yep.
And adjustable arms on the back as well on the suspension.
So what is this car to you? Is this a car you go hit the track with, or you just like back road driving and...
It was always an intention to have something I could take to track days.
Yep.
I've just never made one.
Yeah, just adulting and stuff, eh?
Yeah.
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 Life gets in the way, kids
Yep.
get in the way. Yeah.
That's okay. When we're older,
Yeah.
the kids will all move out,
Yeah.
and we'll have heaps of money. I've been
Yeah.
told that for years.
Yeah.
They're all going to move out, and I'm going to be rich.
Yeah.
So when that happens, we'll go
Me
to
too.
track days together.
I'll be due for retirement.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll be
When
in our
we-
70s.
Yeah. When we went to Leadfoot, that was the first time I'd actually abused the shit out of it
Yeah.
on a closed road.
Yep. And what a road.
Oh, that was awesome.
I still reckon that is the best car day I've had.
Yeah, and what I learned was I can drive it on the road, but I need a hell of a lot more practice for the track.
Oh yeah, and that's more than a track.
Yeah.
That's the hardest bit of road you'll ever drive,
Yeah.
I reckon.
That was no lift shift.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's cool. Wow. The throttle response.
Yeah, that's heavy.
Holy. Far out. That is just... It feels like there's a solid linkage rather than...
Rather than it being electric.
Yeah. It feels like a 1970s Datsun sort of throttle.
It's instantaneous.
Yeah.
Thanks, Henny.
Yeah, shot, bro.
When you change it, it says, I fiddled with your throttle.
Yep. Like only Henny would.
Yeah.
It feels so nice on the road though. It just, yeah, it feels very, very planted. Oh yeah, I can have fun with this.
You can see why I love it.
Yeah, man.
Not powerful, but it goes where you want it to go.
And I have a different view on power to most because I drive a 100 horsepower Starlet.
Yeah.
So, see, I think this is quite powerful and it's got a lot of lazy torque,
Well,
which I enjoy.
It goes around corners quick, which
Yep.
is any idiot can go fast in a straight line.
Absolutely. Oh, I see what you mean by the run-on. Oh, yes. Oh, man, that's really cool. That's a really nice power delivery.
Yep.
And it doesn't feel like it's coming from anywhere. It's just sending you forward.
Yep.
Yeah. It's so planted.
It's flat.
Yeah. It just, yeah. I feel it turn in. I see what you mean. It like dances in more than it should.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which is pretty good for a car that's this notoriously understeers.
Yes. Yeah, it almost, as weird as it feels like it's pointing nose down
Yep.
into the corner.
Yep.
And it just wants to come and pull out of it.
Yep.
I just can't believe that throttle response.
Captain Kangaroo.
Yeah. I just love how effortlessly that just got to 105.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Thank you for letting me drive this.
It's alright.
I got to have a real good drive of it. It was a lot, as I kept saying in the car, I don't think that was on camera though, it was a lot more refined and a lot more road hugging and pliable than I expected.
Yeah.
It feels heavy, but not heavy in a heavy to drive.
No.
It's heavy like it's on the road.
Planted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is probably the difference between this and the GDI, wouldn't
Yeah.
it be? That would feel very toe heavy and...
Yeah, I haven't actually driven a GTI.
Yep. I haven't driven enough of them. I've only ever, to the shops and back, I've never really had a tutu, whereas we got to have a good driver there.
Yeah.
So why an R32?
Because it was available and it was in budget when I needed a car.
Cool. And did you have any, did you know of them before?
Not before I started looking for a car.
Cool.
Lost the company vehicle, needed something to drive.
Yep. And this just ticked boxes?
Yep.
Yeah, 4-wheel drive, reasonably paced, 4 doors.
It was a fun car.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hadn't even driven this, I brought it sight unseen.
Wow. Because the drive would have been the sealer for me.
Yeah, well, no, I brought it. I done a lot of research into them.
Yep.
There was one available in Auckland. It was a fresh import.
Yep.
Hadn't been registered.
Yep.
Rang the guy, said I'll take it. He got it all tidied up for me. I flew up there, picked it up, and that was the first time I drove it.
And drove it home?
Drove it home.
Cool. That was
So
a good drive.
First time I drove it, I got 3.5, 4 hours of drive back to Napier.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, in the rain.
Oh yeah, well, wouldn't matter, would
No,
it?
it didn't.
It wouldn't give a crap.
It didn't.
No.
So the Haldex took a bit to get used to.
Yeah. With the front rear.
Yeah, just the way it kicked in. It was kicking in halfway around corners. So hence why it's now locked.
Yeah, I really like
Now
that.
it doesn't kick in.
No, well,
It's just there.
I don't know, but it
No.
felt normal to me. It
Yeah.
felt like I said, it felt like it had all of the grip all of the time.
Yeah.
And yet, because it's got that beautiful VR6 motor,
Yeah.
it's just got the torque, and
Yeah.
it just wants to sing. It
Yeah.
just, it's not like, I don't know, it just wants to go.
It doesn't button as you get close to the red line.
No.
It doesn't button off.
No, it
There's
doesn't.
no loss of
Yeah,
torque.
like whereas I'm used to, maybe it's a Japanese thing.
Yeah.
Whereas you're used to it's all go and then it falls off cam. Whereas
Yeah.
this just seems to just
Yeah.
keep pulling through the whole way.
Just wants to keep going and going. It feels like it's got another 2,000 revs in it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. When
Yeah.
that one time that I hit the cut,
Yeah.
it didn't fall off and hit it.
No.
It was still going.
Yep.
Yeah. Makes you wonder what they'd do. Or have
Yeah.
people done it? Have
I don't
people-
know. Well, they've you can get a tune up to about 7.5 RPM. Then I think they start falling apart.
Yeah, makes sense.
I'm quite comfortable with the 6.6 cut out.
Yeah. And what's your favourite mod with it that you've done?
The race controller on the Haldex,
The
definitely.
gearbox, yeah.
Yeah.
It is. So the diff, sorry.
Yeah, locking it to permanent all-wheel drive
Yep.
has made the driving experience just outstanding, just different.
So you have driven it with that, of course, because you
Yeah.
had it when you started.
Yeah.
Yeah. And have you then since driven a non-Haldex one as
Yeah,
well?
yeah.
And night and day?
Yeah, completely night and day. Hard to tell now. The last time I drove another one was, it'd be a year ago.
Yep.
I drove 2 in a row and mine. We were up Whakapapa
Yep.
and 2 row side of the mountain,
Yep.
and I drove a mate's one, and then I drove another mate's one at the other side.
Yep.
Because mine's had all the bushes replaced as well.
Yes. Yeah.
It's tight.
Yep.
I mean, it's real tight. You've driven it.
Yeah, it's flat.
It goes where you want it
Yeah.
to go.
Yeah.
There's no delay in the steering. There's no delay in the throttle
Oh,
response.
Between the steering and the throttle,
Yeah.
like I said, it felt old school, in a positive way. It
Yeah.
felt like mechanical linkage
Yeah.
and a steering box.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like I was rack and pinioning through a computer.
No.
It just didn't. It just,
No.
especially the throttle, I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
It's hard to explain. Like one of those cars that you breathe and it changes the
It's-
revs because you've put pressure through your foot from the breathing. It was
Yeah.
crazy.
It's like driving a cable throttle with somebody's over tightened the
Yeah,
cable.
yeah. It's exactly like
Yeah.
that. And what's next with the car?
On the radar now is a little bit of paint tidy up.
Yep.
I've got a few dinged panels and a few stone chips that need sorting.
Yep.
And then I want to get the seats done in leather.
Oh, yeah,
diamond
yeah.
stitch.
So it matches that front bit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. We'll get some nice black leather diamond stitch blue just to
Yeah,
keep
cool.
with the R theme and the R colours.
Yeah, and then it'll carry right the way
Yeah.
through. Yep.
Yep.
Cool. And if money wasn't an object, what would be here instead of this? To use like you use this?
Somewhere between a 1970 and a 1975 Porsche.
Ah, excellent. Yeah, the old air cooled.
Yeah, 2.7, flat
Yeah.
6.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what would be parked there instead of this.
Yeah. Another driving car.
Exactly.
So yeah, because that's what you
Yeah.
want, right? You want to drive
Yeah.
it. You don't need it.
No, I don't.
Yeah. Your intention, as we've said, is to get to a racetrack.
Yep.
But you like driving.
And this is
So-
about as modern as I'll ever get because it's still an analog drive.
Yeah. And it is.
Yeah.
That's one thing I really noticed. Is like I said,
Yeah.
the throttle and the accelerator. The throttle and the steering is so analog.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. It's beautiful. There's a lot of time and effort gone into getting it to handle properly.
Yeah.
And it doesn't wail around, it doesn't flop around.
No.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan.
Yeah.
The only problem with doing all these videos is there's all the cars that I want to drive. And now I desperately want to try and drive a Mark IV GDI
Yeah.
because I want to feel the difference.
Yeah.
Because now I've driven this and
Yeah.
this feels amazing, and everyone always talks about it's like a Golf. It's like a Golf. So that's the Golf's the top of the hatches.
Yeah, well, it's not like a Golf.
No.
It's an R32. It's a different drive.
Yeah, it is. Cool, man. Well, thanks for that.
That's
I
all
really
right.
enjoyed that.
Thank you,
was
bud.
heaps of fun.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna go that way.
Are you?
Yeah. And you can tell us about it. So what have we got there?
What we've got is some Volkswagen factory optional booster seats that I got from the UK because they weren't available in New Zealand.
So rad.
And that's what they do.
It's so cool. I can't believe that. That's so neat.
And they're awesome.